It's Tuesday the 22nd of July 2014 and doing a bit of work on the solar stuff. What the basic plan is today is to replace that panel there, which is a folding panel, remove that from the shed here and replace it with a 70 watt and a 20 or 25 watt solar panel, and then ultimately move that up onto the house. So there'll be 3 of these folding ones up there to catch the north sun basically. Now the panels I put up here will be interesting because they will be individually fed to the night battery and light battery circuits, so they won't be part of the main array. And this is the way I originally had the 2 folding panels that were up here. These ones weren't part of the main array, they fed independently to the night battery and light battery circuits. Yes, I have a lot of battery circuits, but at the moment, as you can see, I'm removing this wiring here from the snake. I'm going to put some new wires in. That wiring will probably be reused up on the lean-to when I put the folding panel up. We're in the shed, so what am I going to change? Again, I'm working on this board here because this is the night batteries, which are these batteries, which are the night batteries. And these batteries over here, which are the light batteries. These are gel cells, and of course that hydrometer's got nothing to do with these batteries, it's just a convenient place to sit it. So I'll be removing these terminations here, which will terminate these solar panels into this which controls the current for the light batteries, and this which did where I connected the current from that additional panel for the night batteries. But that's all going to be changed today. I'll have some new terminations there. Right, so that's about it. Slightly foolish day for solar. Does kind of look sunny out there, doesn't it? There's a view through my solar room window. There's the lighthouse controller there. But anyway, but it's actually not that great. There's shitty black cloud coming over here from the east. Hopefully it'll blow through. Anyway, so there we go. I'll make more parts of this video and add them together as I go on. I have unboxed these new panels. First one here is an AA Solar SunPower Plus 70 watt monocrystalline, I think. And yes, it is. It's quite a chubby wee panel. And as you can see, no terminations. But they did provide this free piece of 5mm square cross-sectional area marine cable, which I'm not going to use for this. It's not PV cable, not that I'd really care about that, but no use to me. I think that for a 70 watt panel, 5mm square is overkill. And here's the other panel, and this is a crazy ZG, I'm not even going to say that one, it's a ZG Cells, there we go. This is a 25 watt panel, and as you can see, it's a monocrystalline panel too, just 25 watts, and they supply some cable as well, but they go the other way. This is pathetic. A piece of frickin' bell wire that's gonna go. Well, it has to anyway. Again, it's too short for my needs. So I've got to marry these 2 panels up, something like this. Not like that. Push it out like that, like that, like that, so that it sort of becomes one big 95 watt panel. But it's a 95 watt panel that can be split into 2 separate circuits, a 20 watt circuit and a 70 watt circuit, and that's important. That'll really help me for what I'm trying to do with these panels. It's worked out quite well, really. Obviously this panel here has got a thinner frame than that one, but it won't matter because these will be joined together on this axis, so that won't matter much. Okay, I'll sort that. I may not be sorting nothing today though, because the weather is trying to feck me. As you can see, it's really closed in. There's a bit of blast of the sun over there. Oh, that's due north here, by the way, and that's why we have problems with putting our solar panels due north here, because of that frickin' tree. You know, I like trees, but not when they get in the way of solar. Might as well say one more thing. As you can see, you set up a I'll show my main array here. As you can see, it's a real hodgepodge of different mix and matches of panels and stuff, and that's because, to be honest, I don't have a lot of money, so I buy stuff when I get good deals, you know, and when stuff shows up. Like these folding solar panels, like a couple of years ago, was the best thing around at the time. So that's what I got. This set, of course, is the ones I just removed from the shed, and these will be the ones that are going up on the house. Now, interesting. I'll tell you the story. It's going to make this video quite long. I'll tell you the story why these were so cheap. Is because when they were being sold, the guy that was selling them found that they couldn't charge a 12-volt battery properly. So he came to the conclusion that there was a fault underneath the glass that couldn't be fixed. Therefore, they were sent off on trade for $1 reserve, and they usually settled at around about $100, and that's what I paid for most of them. However, that wasn't the problem at all. The problem is that the two panels, to be a suitable voltage for charging a 12-volt battery, are supposed to be connected in series, but instead they were connected in parallel to the charge controller, which used to live on here. Thus, they never produced enough voltage to charge a 12-volt battery. So all one had to do to make them perfectly working was to rewire them. He may have figured that out at the end, because after a while they just probably disappeared, or he may have just run out. However, it does get a little bit more interesting than that, because there are actually, on each panel, there are actually 24 cells, which means each panel produces a sort of a rated voltage, not the full open circuit voltage, but a rated voltage of 12 volts. Thus, connecting these together creates 24 volts, which of course is a little bit high for a 12 volt nominal solar panel system. You really want 17 to 18 volts. So when you connect these to a 12 volt battery, nothing bad happens, but you do lose some of the potential watts you could get out of these. However, they came in two flavours. These ones here are wide series, you know, 24 panels in series, 12 volts, right? However, some sets I got, while one of the panel was just like these, the other panel was wired in a different way. It was wired in series, parallel. This run here, or parallel series we should almost say. These two lines here are in parallel, these two lines here are in parallel, and down here they're series together. So that's a nominal 6 volt panel. So nominal 6 volts and nominal 12 volts gets us to the 18 volts, which is better, except because these are paralleled and the other side aren't, half the wattage of this panel is wasted again. So, you know, you can waste stuff in volts or you can waste stuff in amps, you know, it's your choice. So while I've been ranting away at this stuff, which I thought you might find interesting, the rain set in, so as soon as I finish this video I think I'm just going to pack the stuff up and go inside. Right, I was going to talk about these connectors, but we'll leave that for another video. In fact, I might just publish these 2 videos up on YouTube and make the next lot a part 2. Well, it is really pissing down now, so I'm going to go now. Well, as you saw in the last segment of this video, the weather's turned absolutely shocking, but it did change back slightly better to give me a chance to unite these 2 panels together, which I've done. Check it out. Look at that, just like I bought one. I elected to mount them in such a way that the front faces here are flat together, because this is going to be the top panel and that's going to be the bottom panel on a slight incline up on the roof, so I really want the rainwater to just run down there. I wouldn't want this one to be deeper and to form a channel into there, which just means I've just got to pack something under here, like something like this. Oh, we've all got colds around here. But the way I decided to join them together in the end was very simple. I just drilled through both of them and just put 4 bolts. Just bolted them together. So I didn't have to muck around making strap brackets or anything like that. And it worked really well. I don't really have a problem drilling into solar panels. After all, it's aluminium, so it's very easy to drill, and handled so many of them now, not precious about them anymore like that. You know, originally I would, I don't want to drill a solar panel, but you know, now it's just whatever. You know, do what you need to do. So that's actually quite robust. It doesn't really sag, so it'll go up in that gap up there quite nicely. And then these ones will be fitted out like the last ones I did with the bracket in there, and they'll go up on the lean-to with some ballast mounted in the centre. Of course, don't you love that word ballast? You know, it's just like a pretentious way of saying I'm going to weight them down. Which, you know, is a legitimate approach to putting panels on roofs. You can find other videos on YouTube of professional installations using ballast. But for me, the advantage is twofold. One, I can shift them around. Maybe if I want to change them for the seasons. And B, eventually we're going to redo the iron on this lean-to, and they'll be easy to move out the way while we do that. So there we go. Sun has just come out. I'm getting some nice end of the day sun on my 6-volt panel here, and of course on those panels on the roof, and that's quite the point for having more of them up there, because they're not quite westerly facing, but they're sort of, I don't know, without a compass here, they're northwest, I would dare say, northwest. About as far as they could be there. I mean, if I actually faced them due west, of course the roof would just cut them off. But they get the most of the later day sun once it's cleared the annoying tree over there. So there we go. The setup's coming together. It's coming together real good. So I just got to wire these now, which I think I'll leave it till tomorrow, but you know, you never know. It's just really cold out here today, and I've got a few inside things to do anyway, so I think I'll leave wiring till tomorrow and get them up. Then I'll begin work on these ones to get them up there. So that'll do for this video. So this is basically part 1 of this little sub-project, sub-installation of my solar stuff.